Hello guys, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. When you pop on, feel free to say hello. Let me know you're here. I am so unorganized today. I am so sorry. Got stuff every stinking where. I was looking for something, couldn't find it, and I'm running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Hi Trace, how are you? When you pop on, feel free to say hello. If you no longer see that red live button, please hit hashtag replay when you do come in if you are catching me on replay. And I'll say hello back. How is everybody? Can you tell I'm discombobulated? Hi, Deborah. How are you? Hey, Therese. I was waiting for it. Am I on the right page? I don't even know if I'm on the right page. Hi, Connie. Hey, Kimberly. How are you? A motorcycle starting scared me. Hello, Gail. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? How are you, Miss Kim? Oh, look at, they're all in a row today. I love it. Hi, Marvina. Hello, Meg. Sybil. How is everybody? You guys we're in the 70s today. I think it hit like 72. But it's supposed to go down and we're supposed to get yucky weather again. Good here, thank you. I'm so glad. Hello, Gail. So as you pop on, if you are able to sprinkle me out, I would very much appreciate it. If you do have that button. Hi, Doris. Good, looks like spring here today in Maine. Yeah, it's warm out today, but it's supposed to get cold again. But I'm always cold, so it's like 74 in my house, which I was even freezing this morning. Hi, Sheila. How are you? So I decided to make sauce today, and I've been discombobulated ever since. So I just had to turn it off because I no longer have my sauce pot that kind of disappeared. And the pot that I am using is too thin. So I'm like, really? The sauce pot that I wanted forever and finally got one, and it was a good one, and it's not like he ever uses it, and decided to take it with him. And I was like, really? So now I don't have a good sauce pot anymore. Hi, Trish. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling. Along with like a million other things I'm finding that are just MIA, just gone. So I was all discombobulated in the kitchen trying to prevent stuff from burning because I was left with all the stuff that, you know, I wasn't using anymore because it doesn't work for how I cook. So that was a fun surprise. All right, ladies. So today we're gonna do coasters. I've never done. I used to do coasters. Hi, Phyllis. Back when, I don't know, a few years ago when I used to do it does suck. I think I'm to the point where I'm getting like aggravated now, and I'm still upset. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still devastated. I'm getting downright ticked off at this point. So yeah, I'll never understand it. Hello, Miss Lynn. How are you? So I had done coasters back when I used to do like craft shows, but I haven't done them since then, and I've never resined them. And I've been seeing people playing with the UV resin, so I want to try it. I'm kind of scared. You know me with resin, much less a totally different resin. We're gonna try it, but I have some adjustance papers here, and we're gonna use those, and then I'm gonna make another set with a different paper. So these are like some of his Easter paper. So you guys saw me use this on that box, right? So he has them that you can print them out. You can print them out. So if you go to so listen, the other day was a whole nother ball game. Yeah, I got a call the other day. So these are, Miss Shelley actually printed these out for me. You're never late. because I missed what, it's okay, Miss Lynn. So Miss Shelley printed these out for me because I have not figured out how to do all that on my computer yet. I have a friend that I think when I'm ready, he's gonna help me with my YouTube. It's just, some things are really hard for me to admit, like, okay, I'm gonna need help with, but he's gonna help me with that and then figure out the computer and actually get downstairs and figure out what's going on downstairs and all the wiring and all of that. So these are from the Crafty Brother. You can go to thecraftybrother.com or just go to his Facebook page, and he's got such adorable prints, but look how stinking cute they are. So I thought these would be cute to make like little Easter coasters. And keep an eye out for a pot you'd love. I know, that's what I'm going to have to do. The sucky thing is it was a nice one, and I'm the only one that cooks like that. I've always been the only one that cooks like that. It's not like it's needed for anything on that side. Unless it's for somebody else, which very well is what's going on. So, yeah, gotta love that. Once you get angry, you will be in a good place for yourself, if that makes sense. I don't know. We'll see. I wish it wasn't. There's, you know, I can't stop my heart from feeling a certain way, but it's not where I want to be. I don't know. It's not a pleasant subject. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm going to have to kick it in its butt eventually, but I'm not happy about it. So I have 2 sets of coasters, and I'm kind of struggling. Hi, Kim. How are you? I love these. I have been holding on to, aren't they adorable? So I've been holding on to, this was one of my favorites. I put it in a lantern, and I absolutely loved that lantern. This is the only copy I have, and I've been holding on to them like they're made out of gold. This is from Dainty and the Queen. This was a decoupage queen. It is retired, but I love these. Look how pretty they are. They're like all these different moths, and I'm obsessed with them. And I'm like, these would make great coasters. So I have a few sets of coasters, but I'm like, let's try a couple. And I wasn't sure what to do today. I was working on a couple eggs today for Saturday's sale. So I said, you know what? I need to step away from the eggs and do something a little different to me. I don't think the round, I think we can do, isn't it a gorgeous paper? I know, and I don't want to use it because it's my only one. And they're retired. It's not like you can get them anymore. Okay. Oh. The squares would be perfect for these. What if I only make 2 coasters with these? Is that greedy? Would that be me being greedy? I know it would be me being greedy. Yes, they are, Kimberly. And I love, if anybody, those of you that know me and have been following me forever, my garden is all geared towards butterflies. I raise butterflies from the garden. I do all of that. Butterflies are so my thing. I have butterfly tattoos. Butterflies are huge symbol in my life. Butterflies and dragonflies. So I think that's why I hold on to it the way I do. I don't know. I might save this paper. Hi, Miss Terry. We're going to save that paper. I'm not ready to use it yet because I'm not ready. I'm not ready to use it. So we are using, like I said, I want to make 2 sets. And I kind of want to stay Eastery. Look at this one. So this is like Alice in Wonderland, kind of Easter fun paper. This is Paper Designs. I have no idea. Hi, Miss Terry. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. No idea how to answer that one. Maybe. That's a possibility because I do have wooden square ones. So we'll put that in. Yours is dragonflies. I love dragonflies. butterflies. I have more butterflies. Those are kind of steampunkish. I was really thinking of using this paper, because how cool would those ladies be on coasters? And we can kind of put bling around, and it would just kind of be their heads. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Can you see that? Like if we use this one. That's a good possibility too. Hi, Stacy. We might use that. Or I also have like this print. Really, Laura? I don't know anything else. Like, I legit know nothing else. So it's kind of, what do we think of like an animal print? We could do that too. So let's hold that one out. I was looking at these because these are so stinking cute. Did I see the pictures? I didn't. I'll have to go look, Gail. I'm sorry. I didn't get that notification, so I'll have to go look. We could do these beautiful. This is from Decoupage Queen. These are the Andy Skinners, the Angels 4-pack. How cute would they be? Maybe we could do those. We could absolutely do those. Let's do those. We'll do those. This looks fun. Me being all discombobulated and trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do is, see, that would be pretty if I had 2 of these, but I don't know that I do. I do. I have one in front of me. This would be pretty, like this soft. Oh boy, got myself in a world of trouble. I did pull those, they're not gonna work. And then I have these bunnies. Because how cute would they be? Maybe not. All right, I got what I want to do. I got what I want to do. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? All right, so we're going to use Justin's, and then it is, do we use the Andy Skinner? I know, they're all so pretty. I love, listen, I love my decoupage papers. Love, love, love them. So we can do, I have 2 of these papers. We could do those beautiful pink roses. So you guys tell me, the AB Studios, this one is number 1785. Did I go? I did not. Terry, I got to call you. I will when I jump off of here, and then I'll call you and I'll go through. And then, or the Andy Skinner. So we're doing Justin's, but then I want to do a set of round ones. I think these would be cute. What do you think? I just made my choice. We're going to use the Andy Skinner ones. Let's use those. Andy Skinner, yeah, I had a feeling. Let's do Angels. Might as well. Okay, so I will put the Angels aside. We'll do those second. Hello, Glorious. How are you? Let me get my varnish. Just use the Silky Shine. Hi, Lori. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that very, very, very much. I always say that just helps us out. You love both. I know it's hard to decide. And I have more, so I can actually do those roses too. So, hi, Cindy. I have wooden ones because I really wanted to try the UV resin. I've been watching so many people use it, and I'm like, let's play with it, because why not? I am good. So I'm just going to cut these, and these pretty much fit on those coasters almost perfectly. I'll be doing the tiniest bit of sanding off, and that's about it. But they're going to fit perfectly on those coasters. Oh, thank you for the stars, Roxanne. I appreciate that very much. I don't expect anybody to do that, but I do appreciate it. It works great. I've never used it, Meg, so cross your fingers that I don't look like a complete bozo using it today. Hello, Miss Pamela. How are you? So we're just going to cut down so it's not so big. I'll pull out my little gator sander. And we're going to use, you know what, because these are, I'm going to use a different. So that is AB Studios. Let me see if Terry has these ones. She may. I'm not 100% sure. So this is 1785 is the number on this paper. Isn't it beautiful? It's a gorgeous paper. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Lord, am I crazy? Okay, that's it right there. So we're actually going to use a different decoupage. So this one is for ceramic because these are ceramic. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Kay. I'm doing good, Miss Pamela. It's okay, Nicole. I'll just giggle a lot if you mess the resin up. Oh my God, you're so funny. These ones came from Dollar Tree. I've never seen them before. I actually have wooden ones here that I got from Amazon. I never saw these ones before, but you get 2 of them in a package. They come like this. And I don't know, at a different Dollar Tree, and I saw them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody was always saying that you can find them, and I never could. I used to get them at the restore place. Like, I would just get the tiles and use tiles, or get the tiles from Home Depot or whatever, and I used to do coasters out of tiles, and that's how I used to do it when I used to do, like, my craft shows. But I found these and I was like, okay, because I really wasn't going to walk into like Home Depot or anything. So this is the decoupage varnish and glue ceramic. So we're going to use that just to make sure this stays on here really nice. And I'm going to kind of get it in place. Hi, Lydia. How are you, darling? So again, you would go to the Crafty Brother to find these prints. They're so stinking cute. They're adorable for Easter, I think. And we're just going to make some coasters, just something different. God, I haven't done this in over 2 years. All right. So we're just going to take our decoupage varnish and glue, the ceramic one. This one is definitely a bit more watery. And we're going to lay that down half at a time. Wrong side, Nicole. Tear your paper, go for it. We're going to go this way. Hi, Jamie. Hey, Alexandra. How are you? Hi, Marcia. How are you? And I don't know, I might find some bling trim to go around the edges, or we'll just use a wax. I'm not sure yet. I kind of want to play off some of the blues that are in here, but I haven't decided exactly what I want to do. But we'll get the papers laid down. Maybe we'll go off of that copper or brass, and we'll just do like a wax. So this one is the Pen Art Decoupage Varnish and Glue in ceramic. You can find this on, if you go under my TH Decor link. Hi, Linda. How are you? So I'm going to give that a good dry. I'm going to make sure it's nice and dry. and then we'll sand them all off. So I'm just going to set this aside and let it dry a little bit more. Move on to the next one, which is, look at how stinking cute. See how they're all like harlequin-y? Maybe we can, if we did stripes down the side, we can totally do stripes down the side, right? Why do I feel like this one's crooked? It's printed crooked. Oy vey. All right. Well, maybe it's not the resin I'm gonna be messing up today. It'll be the paper too. I just want to make sure I'm covered all the way around. Hi, Angie. How are you? Thank you, Sue. Isn't it so cute? So stinking cute. I can't stand it. And I love me some Justin, so. And I think for just the prints, so that you can print yourself, they're only $1 to download. Or you can order the prints and have him print them out and send them to you. Just depends on whether you're able to do it at home or not. And these are already white on the back. So the wooden ones, you obviously would want to paint white and then decoupage so that your print shows through, right? But these are already white in the back, so I think we're golden. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to paint stripes going down the sides of these. Hi, Rita. How are you? I am good. How are you? Just going to give it a quick dry. Set this one aside. We'll pull the next one out. And then we'll sand these all off and stripe them up. So we'll see what we get done if we get to the second set or not. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Sandra. How are you? He is painting a mermaid. Is he? How are you, Miss Cindy? Oh, yes, I did see. I was on there for a moment. I did see that he was on. Ziva is good. She's loving that the weather is changing. She definitely knows it's time to start going out for walks or go play outside. So I leave her out in the back for a little bit. It's supposed to start raining again. The backyard's finally somewhat drying out. Enough for her to get back there and just kind of roll around in the yard a bit. I got to get back there and start cleaning up a little bit. I don't know. But she's doing good. You know her, she just kind of like lays around and does her own thing. Unless somebody's here, and then she perks right up and she wants to play with whoever shows up. You have to try the fine line crackle. So if you want to grab that fine line crackle, you're going to go to my Craft and Chaos link under my link tree. I was thinking about fine lining these, but I don't know that I want to. I don't know that they warrant it. News Today said tick season is here. Yes, it is. My I call her my wifey when she enters the room. I'll see Cheryl and I'll say, hi, wifey. Her dog, they went to get neutered because now they won't neuter them until they're a year old. I'm like, okay. And whatever your opinion is on that is your opinion on that. That's fine. Coming from the rescue world, we've always done them young for a reason. And I just think it opens up too many doors to too many dogs. But again, to each their own. So they wouldn't neuter him until he was older. I couldn't imagine being in rescue right now with that rule. However, so thank you, Sue. Sue put in the link. Hi, Janet. I am good. So they did like his normal blood work, like the pre-blood work before putting him under for his neuter, and realized that he has Lyme disease. No problem, Miss Kimberly. Whenever you're ready, if you need help with anything, just let me know. I'll help you out. And so now he can't be neutered for several months. And I'm like, oh, my word. So then she had to call the rescue and be like, well, this is what happened, because when she adopted him, and the thing is you put the preventative on them, but it doesn't stop them, you know, flea and tick preventative doesn't stop them from getting on them. All it does is they have to bite them in order for them to no longer exist, right? I know, right? So, hi, Debbie. And, I mean, she didn't know that that's what, you know, he didn't have any symptoms, none of that. So obviously they caught it before any symptoms would show up, which is a good thing. So he shouldn't have any lasting effects. But, yep, I always say it, like, you want that preventative, because it is no joke. I mean, in rescue, I'll tell you what, we used to bring them in infested, and that is not something you want in your house. That was my biggest pet peeve, is before they ever even stepped foot in here, they got their little Capstar, which would work within 15 to 30 minutes to just eliminate what was on them. And then they would, you know, get their bath. The Capstar is only like a one-time treatment. It's like a little pill they eat. And then, you know, like 48 hours later, they would get their actual preventative. But holy cow. It is that season. Hi, Cindy. So now he's on antibiotics for a while. Then he'll have to go in and get retested. All those fun things. Hi, Bonnie. I am good. It is. I know, Kimberly. But like I said, luckily, he wasn't showing any symptoms, like no lameness, no swelling, no muscle pain, no none of that. A little bit more, like he probably sleeps more than a normal pup would have, but other than that, hopefully, you know, knock on wood, then there's no lasting side effects to it. Hi, Karen. How are you? Okay, so they are all done. Look how stinking cute. I love the one in the little, I love that teacup. How cute is that? Oh, I already have it out. Look, I got ahead of myself. So we're just going to sand off any excess. And then we'll kind of measure out our stripes. Take your little gator sander. Downwards motion. Don't go back and forth and tear your paper. You just want to make sure that your medium is dry. If it's not dry, your paper will tear. Ask me how I know. Hey, Yvonne. Hi, Patricia. Hello, Rhonda. I know, and he's the cutest little, like, fuzz buckety little devil. He's like a little terrier mix of some sort. He's got like the scruffalug hair. And I was over there the other day to cut his nails, and he's literally the devil for that. But she was pretty surprised that I got what I got, because he won't let them do anything. They have to have somebody come in, and then that person has to muzzle. And I'm like, forget the muzzle. Like, I got it. He didn't let me get all of them, but I got most of them. cute that is. Isn't that adorable? All right, which one do we want to do next? We did the frog second. Terry Lightsey is watching for like the 10th time. Do you see that happen on your page, Terry? For whatever reason, I was having a hard time, like comments weren't showing. Are you guys noticing that? My daughter said the same thing. Like I had to keep going out and then back in. Yes, it is. Hi, Monica. How cute the little frog is out of the teacup. I love that. I love the harlequins in all of these. You guys know I love harlequins. They're so cute. Hi, Nancy. How are you? So what do you think? Do we stripe them then down the sides? I mean, they're just going to be itty bitty, but I wanted to do something a little different. Hi, Miss Monica. How are you? No, that's not the most fun sound to hear. I love when you love. Where do I go to get the digital? So you would go to the Crafty Brother and you'll find it on his page, like at the top of his page. I don't know, Sue, if you could put his page in, or thecraftybrother.com. And he's got a ton of printables. Look, she's so cute. I think that's so adorable. Hey, Teresa, how are you? And then we just have the bunny. How you doing, Miss Teresa? You need some new. I think I'm gonna have a couple, maybe 2, 3. I'm gonna do a couple different things. I don't know, for Saturday night. I'll have my eggs. I think I'm gonna do a mix of like some auction pieces and then just some buy it now pieces for Saturday's event. You're hanging in there? Good. Glad to hear. Same thing, Teresa, hanging in, right? Day at a time, one day at a time. Hello, Tina. Oh my God, look at all 4 of these together. Thank you, Miss Sue. So Sue just put in the link for Justin's page. Look how stinking cute they are together. And these already have the little cork back. But look how adorable those are. They're so stinking cute. So like a little Easter set. I think they're adorable. Okay. Let's get the papers down on the round ones, and then we'll come back and we will stripe these. So let's do these. Aren't they adorable? And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with these ones. Oh, thank you, Sue. Sue just put the link in for these ones. They are cute. Hi, Judy. So let's cut these up. Go right up. Now this is the Andy Skinner paper. It's the Angels 4-pack. I want to say that you could find this on Craft and Chaos. I don't know if Miss Terry is in here. I know she does carry these angels, because I've seen some beautiful projects by her using these angels. So this is the 4-pack, but you can get each individual one as well. They do sell, like, you know, if you wanted just a big one of one of these for a project, they are beautiful papers. Because look at, I love her. How pretty she is. And then we got this one. I love that one. This one, I don't know. This one speaks to me all over the place. I love this. And then same thing here. I don't know. I love these. They're just beautiful, beautiful papers. There's something about the way he did these. They spoke to me, and it's like I see something totally different. Like Monica just said, I see fairies. I just see something total. And it's the Angels 4-pack, but I see something totally different when I look at these. I don't know like what your feeling is when you see them, but I see a whole different story when I'm looking at these, and I love them. They spoke to me big time. So we're not going to get the whole wing. Aren't they beautiful, Teresa? But we're going to get just enough that I still think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So, and they're just going to make a beautiful coaster set. I'm just going to place that a specific way on there, and then I will start to lay it down. So we're not going to get the whole body. That's fine. Oh, she doesn't. Okay, so you can find these then. You should be able to find them over on TH Decor. Thank you, Miss Sue. Yeah, she's probably my favorite. It melts your heart. It's like I could see a whole story when I look at this one. I don't know. They're just beautifully done. I love them. This one actually, this one that I'm putting down now actually just brought me to tears. I loved, loved, loved when they first released this one brought me to tears. I loved it. So again, I'm going in with my decoupage varnish and glue, and I'm using the ceramic one. Right, I know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, I feel weird saying what I want to say that I see in it, but like the other ones, that one with the blowing the dandelion, just beautiful, right? They're all beautiful, but this one definitely spoke to me in a whole different way. Hey Wayne, how are you? I hope you're doing well. All right, so I'm gonna give it a little dry, set her aside, lay down the next one, just kind of like we did with those other ones. So look how pretty, right? And this one is just so sweet and innocent. I love her. She's so pretty. Hi, Marie. So we're going to lay her down. Again, I'm gonna lose a little bit of that wing, and that's all right. I'm fine with it. They're coasters. I want to get, we'll get almost all of it in there, but definitely want her blowing on that dandelion. Well, I guess I gotta have that paper on the edge, don't I? Isn't she so pretty? I love her. Hi, Sheila. And again, this one is a bit runnier than your regular decoupage medium. Like if I were to use the matte or the silky shine. Right, Rita. Such a beautiful print. And this was me just going through a lot of my prints and my folders going, okay, what can I put on these coasters? I knew I wanted to do the ones from Justin. But I was like, okay, I need to find some more. Hi, Ronald. Hello, Susan. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Just put some heat on her and we'll set her aside as well. Hello, Bonnie. Then we have this one. Is she pretty? She's actually got, look, it's like a little butterfly on her hand. I love that. Do you have a link? Yes, Penelope. Sue did put it in there a little bit back. So if you've been in here for a minute, just scroll up. Hi, Danica. She actually put the link for that specific paper in. All right, so we're gonna have to kind of go off a little bit. Let's see if we can go down. Or if you just go to his page, he has all the prints on there. Aren't these sweet? So these are, you can find these on TH Decor under my link tree. So if you're looking for the Andy Skinner, her tray size, I need to put her in the lineup. Hi, Miss Sarah, how are you? Hi, Debbie. Welcome in. So again, I'm just going to take my little squeegee, lay that half down, come back up on the other half. Lay that down. Now these we can probably crackle. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Maybe put like a soft, like the chameleon varnish in there. Hi, Jill. How are you? Hello, Tanya. Do like the chameleon white gold, maybe? If we do crackle on these ones, and then we'll resin over it. Gonna give it a quick dry, move her over and do our last one. Then we'll sand these down and then kind of decide what we're gonna do with both sets. And if we're gonna crackle, we'll start with this one and start crackling this one. have varnish glue everywhere. So, and then here is our last one, and I love that. It's so cute, because it reminds me of like my grandkids. You're sitting there crocheting. Did you go live today? So what did you guys do for dinner? I told you I actually decided to make, I did a super small pot, y'all, of sauce. Well, I pulled out my big pot because that's the only way I know how to cook in, generic big pot, but I only filled it like a quarter of the way, so just enough for me, and maybe to put a little bit in the freezer. And then I froze the rest of everything else that I made to make sauce, to make, you know, a pot for the family later or something. So it was kind of hard trying to navigate making a little tiny batch, especially in the pot that I had. So there you go, Miss Penelope. Sue just posted it for you, darling. It'll be like later. Okay. All right, so we can put this varnish and glue away. So again, that was the decoupage of varnish and glue ceramic, because these are the ceramic tiles. I'm just gonna stick that in water. Miss Lynn, I need to wash brushes again. Not even gonna lie. Cream of mushroom, oh my God, it's been, I don't think I've had those since I was like a teenager. Like, do you fry them, like bread them and fry them first? And then do the cream of mushroom? Hi, Roxanne. That's how I remember them. Now that you said that, like that all just came back to me. Like I haven't had that in forever, but I remember them being breaded and fried and then cream of mushroom soup for some reason. You do shrimp and grits? That's what I forgot to order. I wanted to get grits. Man. Oh well. Okay, let's start removing the papers off of these. This was my first one, right? Yep. Just want to make sure that your paper is nice and dry, that your decoupage medium underneath is dry so you don't tear it. And like I said, up and down only, do not go sideways with your sander. You want a nice even edge. No rips, no tears, none of that fun stuff. So I wanted to go on, I did not get on TH Decor Creative Friends page today. I am going tomorrow. So we will be doing some fun different eggs that I saw them at a store and I was like, I can make those. So that's what we're going to do on TH Decor Creative Friends page tomorrow. And while you're there, I will be telling you when the date is for some of you that had ordered the products to do the project we're going to do together, which is that vase. So I'll be giving you a date when we're in there on when we're going to do that, because that is coming up very, 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 very soon. Probably within the next several days, we'll be doing that as well. Oh my God, I love that. No, you rinse the pork chops, season, and add cream of mushroom soup on top and cook. Okay, gotcha. See, I used to love breaded, fried pork chops. But that's how I remember them being made when I was younger. She's beautiful. I love her. Now I wish I had another set of these. So then she was next. I'm just going to put the dryer on her just in case. I don't know if she feels damp or not, but we'll do it just in case. Oh, hi, Amy. Thank you. Hi, Kathy. So we did do some of Justin's prints. We're going to work on those next. I'm doing 2 sets. We're doing this one. Hi, Julia. How are you? I'm going to take this paper off. You're diabetic. Okay. Gotcha. Well, it still sounds yummy. I love cream of mushroom soup, believe it or not. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I do love it. Probably my favorite ever, like, soup to eat. Like, if I go out and I want to order soup, like if I go to a restaurant, I always want to know, do they serve French onion soup, and is it any good? Because that's literally my ultimate favorite. I could do nothing but, hi, Donna Sue, but eat French onion soup. Look how pretty that is. Love it. Let's make sure that's nice and dry. They are a cute idea. I wanted to try the UV resin. So I've been seeing so many creators do it. And I'm like, well, I guess because I would like to use it on my smaller trays, right? Like my itty bitties. So if it works, as opposed, I don't know. I just want to play with it and see what happens. So that's why we were doing it. Hi, Tammy. How are you? So I do have 2 sets of coasters. This is the Angels 4-pack. These are Andy Skinner papers. And then I have Justin's papers that we already did on there. And I think we're going to have pink stripes on the edge of those coasters. Not quite sure what we're going to do with these ones. I had thought about crackling them. I don't know. Is it easy? Me and easy sometimes don't go together very well. I'll tell you that. These are precious. I actually really like these. If I used coasters, I'd probably keep these. But I don't use coasters for nothing. They are pretty. You've never had a French onion soup? Oh my God, it is so good. But it's got to be made right. Like, it's got to be like a really rich, like almost like a burgundy broth. Does that make sense? Like, it's got a lot of flavor. Oh my God, these are so adorable. I love them. Okay, so these are the ones that you will get from the Crafty. How did I not? Well, let's lay that back down. Did I just not sand off enough? Okay. Maybe that's what it is. Welcome anybody new. Yeah, you have no idea what you're missing. It is so, French onion soup is so good. You know who had a good French onion soup, but they're no longer around, was Melt. They had a good French onion soup. Trying to think, who else has good French onion soup? I somehow missed the edges of this one. So I'm just going back and laying down. Well, I see a lot of people do these and then they use the UV resin, and I'm like, why can't, Kathy has done them, and I really wanted to try the UV resin. Like, I've seen Shannon use it a lot, Kathy use it, and I'm like, let's play with it and see what I can do with it. Isn't it the best, Julie? And rather than initially trying it in a tray, I thought this would be the best way to kind of try it. And I had these cute papers from Justin, and I was like, we'll go for it. I think it's a mix of, I did not sand enough off the edges. Those are down really good. It's almost got like this little curve, so I'm just kind of going along with the curve. I went straight up and down instead. There we go. That's what I did wrong. That's an awful sound, guys. I'm sorry. But I want to paint stripes, so I want to make sure they're good and on there. And that I don't have like paper overlapping. It's kind of like they go like this, coming down, and I didn't realize that. I thought we were just straight up and down, and we're not. Last one, y'all. Okay, they are on there good. I love Zupa, yes. Yes, I make it like Olive Garden. The only thing is I put more stuff in it. So, like Zupa, if you order Zupa, there's never enough stuff. Does that make sense? So when I make the Zupa, I put extra stuffs in it. Like, I like the sausage. I like it with the hot sausage. My daughter can't eat it that way. So she eats, I have to do the mild when I make it for her now, and she doesn't like it spicy. So now I've just learned to put the red pepper flakes in my Zupa, like add them to my bowl, if that makes sense. And I put lots of kale in mine because I love the kale. And I probably do more sausage. So it'd be like if Olive Garden let you serve yourself, that's what every bowl of Zupa that comes out of my pot ends up being like, if that makes sense. Okay. But my kids love, that's what I made for them 2 weeks ago when they were all over. I made a huge pot of Zupa. And they love, love, love that. And then I asked my daughter-in-law, because it's the first time she's had it. And I said, you like that? She's like, oh my God, it's so good. I said, yep. My kids love when I make Zupa. All right, so what I do want to do is put on a coat of the Silky Shine. I am feeling good. How are you doing? Hi, Lavina. So even though we are going to put resin on this, I do want to paint the stripes on the side. So I just want to put a coat of something on here. Did I get something? Of course I did. It's all right. Wow, this brush ain't liking me. You put extra in yours too? Yeah, I load mine up. Like big time load mine up. Working. Oh, did you get teapots from Justin? I saw those and I was tempted and I did not do it. Guys, I tell you all the time about these brushes. You can find these at Craft and Chaos. So here, you get 6 of them. You get like the small ones too. I love that brush for detail. These clean beautifully. They're great brushes if you're looking for something inexpensive but wonderful brushes. If you go to Craft and Chaos, you can find these. They're not expensive at all. And I love them. Love them, love them, love them. You guys don't want to know how many I have ordered. They have the blue handle ones and they have the white ones. They're both great. These just happen to be my favorite. The white ones are great brushes. The brush is longer on the white ones than these are. So the brush itself is longer. These are perfect for me when I'm painting. I even use the smaller ones like with the checks and so forth. So and they were in, whoever got my Crater box, was it not this last one, the one before, you guys got some of these brushes. So if you got them and you love them, let me know. Thank you, Sue. Wanted to order, but shipping fees are too much. Karen, for who, darling? If you go to Craft and Chaos, so it's a flat rate, but she does refund you. So there is a flat rate for shipping, but she does refund you the difference once, you know, as soon as she catches your order and she fills it, she refunds you your shipping, like right now, if that makes sense. I have 5 of them. I got the blue ones and I transformed to pink with a crackle. Hey Shannon, how are you? All right, we're gonna dry these and then I think we're just gonna do black stripes. What do you think? I got a little, y'all, I don't know that I can get that out. I got a little something right here and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, I think. It was on my brush. Oh, it's coming off. Hallelujah. Okay, it's off. Look, here was me. It is what it is. It's basically telling you to suck it up if you get it. Hi, Kim Markellos. I had boogers on that brush or something. I told you I'm horrible with my brushes and cleaning them, right? It's not perfect, but you're trying. Here's the thing, there's no such thing as perfect when you're crafting, I don't think. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it looks beautiful and it makes you happy, that's all that matters. That's what I say. And everybody likes something different. So, you know, we all have different tastes. We all create differently. We can do things similar in a similar fashion. Well, that is not the right one. But we all create differently. So if you love it, that's all that matters. You don't have to look at, I think we're our own worst critics. So when you're looking at your own work, you're always going to be like, oh my God, what did I do? Show it to somebody else and I guarantee you they're like, oh my God, girl, that's gorgeous. somehow had a little pocket there. So don't be critical of your work like that. I used to do it all the time. And there's still, I mean, I make things that I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But it's more or less because I know it's just not meshing together. But you know what? Sometimes if people are like, I like that. And you got to learn to kind of sometimes come out of your comfort and let it go. Nothing worse than brush boogers. No, there's nothing worse. So here is all 4 of them. So I'm thinking we just do like little black stripes on the sides. Yeah. Or I don't know that I want to do bling trim around these. I think little black stripes would be cute. You got these too? Yes. They're so cute. So I'm going to grab my pencil. How do I want to measure this? Find something skinnier. It's too thick. I'm trying to think. I'll use anything to measure, but it's got to be that's the same width. Y'all throw me some suggestions. What do I use to measure with? I don't have any skinny rulers. Help me out. Stripes or burlap rope. I almost wonder if I have like a black. Hold on. I think I might. I have like a black ribbon rope. Let me see if I have that. Because it's like I almost want to go black. Hold on. It would be right here. Oh, jeez. Oops. Okay, Nicole, step on a few more things. Okay. That doesn't belong in here. Is it? Or I have this. If not, we'll stripe it, but I have these two. So I have this one, and then I have this one. Let's see what works. I got these at Hobby Lobby when they had like all their ribbon sale last time, a while back. Kind of liking that gold. I'm kind of liking this one. Yeah, I'm kind of really liking this one. Shannon, I'm going to try UV resin and I'm terrified. Like first I got to plug that stinking thing in. I'm mortified to try it. Y'all help me out. Where would the end be? Jeez, oh man. See? How cute would that be? Would that fit? You guys tell me what you think. So if we went around, you have it, and I wish I would have got more. Well, hindsight 2020, I wish I would have done a lot of things and got more stuff, and I didn't. But I think that's pretty. What do you guys think? Like it adds a little bit of gold. It's almost like, it's not a gold, it's almost like a brassy kind of color. Do we like that? I can show you the other one. It's just plain black though, if I can find the end that comes out of this stinking thing. It's really not hard. This is just like a rope. It won't cure until I put the lid on it. Yeah. You guys like that one? The one with the rivets on it? Or I have just the braided one. This is the one I wish I would have gotten more of. So that's just the plain black. I like the riveted one too, I think. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my B7000 and that's what we're gonna do. Because why not? Look, we went from stripes to, I don't even need to draw. I don't need to do none of that stuffs. So we can put that brush back. We're just gonna glue this on. I'm gonna kind of start, let's start down here. We'll come around the corner. I'm just gonna put some B7000 in a light coat going all the way down, making a messy hole, filling it up, because it does take the whole width of this, which is perfect. Yeah, I like this a lot. I feel like I'm being super quiet. I'm sorry, guys. Over here concentrating. My gosh, my scissor situation is getting pretty sad over here. Hi, Miss April. How are you? Oh my God, that is so cute. Who knew? I would have never thought to do this. I don't know what made me say, let's... I knew I didn't want bling, but this is cute. we like that? I love that on the side of these. I think that totally finishes them off. Like that, just that dark outer edge. I just want to make sure it's down everywhere. It seems to hold really well. Hi, Pamela. You still can't find it? Did you click the link, Miss Penelope? These came from the Dollar Tree. I do have some here from Amazon, but these ones came from the Dollar Tree. It was a good choice. I like it a lot. Penelope, just send me a message and I will, I'll send you the link. It is easier than stripes, yes. I'd have been here striping for hours. Well, I can't go back and find it now through the messages, but just message me and I'll send you the link. I know I saw Sue put it in several times. I just didn't pin it. Thank you. Actually, I did not get this one on clearance. Otherwise, it would have a red sticker on it. But I usually don't get any of their ribbons. I got this at Hobby Lobby, unless they're on sale. So it was $5.99, and then I probably got it 40% off. And I know they have it in white too, I believe. And I'm not sure what other colors, but I love this black one. Hi, Dina. How are you? Hello, Janet. Sue, or I mean, Penelope, Sue just sent it to your messenger. Thank you, Sue. You're so sweet. They are. So these are, you'll find these on the Crafty Brother or go to thecraftybrother.com. So these are Justin's. He's got some cute prints. He's got some fun ones. And he's such a sweetheart. How do you not, you know, how do you not love Justin? One of the sweetest souls there is, I think. I got to spend a week with him when he was at his other house. Me and Shelly were there. We stayed with him for, I think, a week. And then we were at the Sparkle Retreat together. And then we came back out here and did some shopping. And then we stayed at Miss Shelly's house. So he was here with Miss Jim and Elaine. And he is just, there's so something. I say it all the time. There's something about that man. He's just got a beautiful soul. I love him. He is so refreshing to be around. There's none other. Very rare in people, I think. And I'll tell you what, I've never laughed so much in my life when you're around that man. I want to pull this back up so that it's even here. Thank you, Tanya. Hi, Glenda. Hello, Miss Stella. So there's the little, look how cute. I love this around these. Let's at least get these done, right? Am I gonna have enough? Uh-oh. Let me see if this will go around here twice. He really is, Linda. It is I'll tell you what, you need just to feel good about things for a while, just hang out with him. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just take a trip. Right? Road trip. Man down. Okay, these are going to be super cute. I didn't plan on, I guess stripes would have taken longer, but who knew that a set would take a while? He's in Virginia. Then we just have one more, and we're going to try the resin. We're going to try the resin and then kind of come up with a plan for those other coasters. I don't necessarily have to finish them, but I would like to come up with a plan for them. Just want to make sure that those meet together. So stinking cute. I feel like I need me bulk in this ribbon now. Or this trim, whatever you want to call it. I love it. I knew I bought it because I thought that would probably look cute around like a small tray. I didn't think I would be using it around a coaster, but I actually really like it. And I'm wondering if I got the white one. I'll have to look through my drawer. Because if I got the white one, that would look cute around those round ones. So we're going to do this one next. Uh-oh. I found a little spot where it didn't lay down. So I'm just going to come back in with my brush I have like this little pocket right here. Get in there. Lay down. It is, Roxanne. I was having a really heck of a time, and I usually don't have too much of a hard time, but I wasn't seeing comments, and I had to go out, come back in. It wasn't letting me. I would type, and I don't know, it was weird. So it's definitely being wonky today. I don't know what is going on. I'm using B7000 just so that I make sure that it's going to stay there. So I'm not sure what is going on. I don't know. Are you guys having a hard time like seeing comments or commenting? That was literally just enough. So one roll is enough for one set of coasters, y'all. How sad is that? Well, there went my dream for this trim. I would have liked to have gotten 2 sets out of it, but... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was having a hard time with earlier today. And I usually don't have a hard time like on Terry's, but I was having a hard time. Yeah, it's literally just enough for one set of coasters. So it looks like I'll be having to look for a good sale and see if I can find this somewhere. Got one little piece. That was $5.49. So it's called Suede Stud Trim. That one was the black one. And like I said, I always get it when it's 40% off. I typically don't buy anything at Hobby Lobby unless it's on sale. So let me close my glue. All right, y'all, the part I'm scared for, I'm actually terrified for, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, is this UV resin. So we're gonna plug in our little UV light. Let's leave that out, I'll put that in there. But these are so cute with that on there. And it's like, it's not a gold, like a really bright gold. It's kind of brassy, which works with like that paper. See what I mean? I like that. So you got that one, this one, and the little froggy is so cute. I think, believe it or not, as much as I love that rabbit, I'm in love with this little duck. So I have not coated them yet, no. So I did put the Silky Shine varnish on the top, but I have not coated them yet. So this is the light. Well, we got to plug it in. I don't know that it's going to really... We'll see if it reaches here. If this even works in here, I don't know if it will. I'm working with whatever was left here, so bear with me. Okay, that is plugged in. No idea. Let's see how this works. So, oh, that's a bright light. Okay, so it's got a 60, a 90, and 150 second setting. It came off of Amazon, Trish. Amazon, and it comes with 2 bottles of the resin. It comes with the light. It comes with gloves. It comes with these little tools, these little cups, a little silicone mat. Don't ask me how much it was. I have no idea. It wasn't expensive. You already know me. And we're going to see if this works. Hi, Mary Lou. What did I use this for? Something. Use it for something. Hi, Nancy. Let's put these away. Into the water they go. And I'm going to see if I have the white trim for this one, for this set. Let me check and see if I have the white trim. And then I will leave that out. And then we'll decide if we're going to use the white trim. But then we're going to do, we'll resin these and then maybe trim those. I know, you get 2 bottles. So, I mean, once you have the light, I guess you can buy just the bottles of resin. I did notice, but I didn't have anything. So, ouch. And like I said, I really kind of wanted to try it. And it was not expensive by any means. I don't think. So, I could have swore that I got the white one. I may have only got the black one. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. I do have this, however. That might be too thick. I won't sit here and dig forever, you guys, because I want to get resin on those. But I do have the white one. Okay. Might not be what I'm wanting. So this is the white one. So we could do, and I'll probably use less of this on those because those are round. But, so y'all cross your fingers for me. When you use the light, don't leave your bottle of resin next to it because it will harden it. Okay. Thank you. Is that light like the light you put your fingernails under? If you have gel nail, it will work. Well, I have no nail. So, good to know for people that do the gel nails, but I have no nail. I am the worst. I literally, listen, I've had comments about my hands, but I have no nails. It's the one thing I do. I chew my nails like a maniac. I'm that nervous Nelly that's all I do. Oh my God, Sue, that's so cute. I wasn't sure if I was missing something. Hi, Andrea. Okay, we're going to try it. I froze. I so don't want to mess this up. What can I practice on? I'm terrified to mess this up. All right, well, let's start with this one. I thought you were going to tell me that I was about to do something wrong, Sue. That's why I looked. I'm like, what? What did I do? All right, we're going to do her. Oh, cute. Cross your fingers for me. Yes, make sure your resin is away from the light. Absolutely. Shannon, are you back? I'm scared. I don't know how much to use. Like, obviously I put that trim there, so it's not going to touch that trim, and that trim is not on the edge. This is self-resin. I got nothing. It's it's self-level. How do okay, we're gonna, it's like cooking. Add with your heart? I don't know. We're gonna go with it. Oh, okay, I can do this. It's a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. and it does not really have an odor. So when I open the bottle, of course, what's the first thing I do? I stuck my nose in it, and I was like, oh, so does it smell? And I mean, I wouldn't recommend probably doing something like that. You need a silicone something to, yeah, I have the little stick that it came with. It came with like a couple little sticks, but I'll tell you what, it levels right out. So wherever I'm moving it, it kind of goes, well, I know, gloves. You want to wear gloves. Do as I say, not as I do. It came with rubber gloves too. It did come with gloves. I won't touch it, I promise. If you're scared, close your eyes, come back. Because Sue's going to laugh if I mess it up anyway, so... And I'm sure Terry's yelling at me right now. Or she would be, because I don't have gloves on. Okay, I can tell you that it needs a little more. I'm keeping my glue way over there so I don't forget to not have it next to the light. I'm thinking, y'all, this thing's gonna take forever with this little stick they gave me. Where's my silicone stick? My regular resin silicone stick. There it is. Much quicker. Jeez, oh man, that thing was so tiny. I'd have been here for hours. So it's not going to harden until you put the light on it, is my understanding. I guess I could see the concept of having the gloves on and moving it around would make it much quicker, but I literally want to be careful how far to the edge I go. I want to get to the edge of the paper, but I don't want to get it on the ribbon, right? I guess it would have been smart to put the ribbon on after. Listen, it's my first time. I'll learn as I go. But don't get it on you. Hard to get it off. Okay. Hard. That's the plan, is not to get it on. My daughter did this. Hi, Miss Edie. She used to make kitty and doggy tags, and she used the UV resin. You know, like you get your license or whatever. She used to make personalized tags. They were absolutely gorgeous. And she would make sets. They were beautiful. So if she was on, she'd probably be yelling at me, telling me I'm doing it all wrong. So do you put heat on this, like to pop bubbles, or no? I guess that's the one thing I did not ask. I saw where it said to just poke the bubbles with a stick, but would the heat work the same way? So if you see a bubble, can you use the heat tool? Anybody in here know that? Gotcha. Because that's the one thing I didn't think to kind of look up or ask or pay attention to. It doesn't seem like there's really any bubbles though, and if you just touch where you think there's a bubble, it seems to just kind of go away. Now I just got to get used to how much I put on, because I don't want to put too much on, but I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, till I get the hang of how it works. I guess it'll take me a hot minute on the first or second one. The heat on very low flow, or gotcha. So I'll just use my small one that doesn't really have any power to it, but it's just got heat to it, basically. I'm glad you told me that, Sue, because I would have thought, you know, you would have liked to have seen like flyaway resin. She wouldn't have done that to me on resin. Now, a pigment, she would have probably sat back and chuckled, but we're almost there. I'm just, like I said, if I'd have been smart about this, I would have put the ribbon on after the resin, but I didn't do that. Now, I'm just wondering how this light is going to get this whole piece. Okay, gotcha. And say I wanted to go back over it. Are you able to go back over it? Look, these are all questions I should have had the answer to before I came on live and said, hey, let's make a pretty coaster set and then ruin it with some resin because you didn't ask enough questions and didn't know what you were doing. Missed a spot right there. I think we're good. I watch people do this and they do it pretty quick, but again, my first time, so it doesn't make the UV resin food safe. I always say with resin, you just don't know. Everything's a chemical. If you're worried about it being food safe. So this is basically so that you can put, you know, like use it for your hot coffee cup or for your end table, for your cold cups, whatever. So it doesn't ruin your paper, if that makes sense. You can use dishwasher safe Mod Podge if you want to do that. I would put several coats or spray it with engine enamel and do a few coats of that. But I always say, you know, if you're worried about it, I would never put like direct food right onto resin. I would still use like little cupcake liners or some kind of something over it. I mean, that's your choice, but that's just how I look at resin. I definitely wouldn't put anything hot food-wise on it. All right, I think we're good. We're ready for the light, I believe. I don't see really bubbles. I think my whole surface, there's a spot there. And I think you just kind of like whack it if you see a little bare spot. You know, I'm kind of terrified to put the light on here. Here we go. I'm scared. Let's do 1:50. Oh, bald spot, bald spot, bald spot. Look at me hiding my resin now. So I think it'll go off once it's 1:50. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm nervous. Nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. So if there was a spot that I wanted to fix, I'll probably need 2 minutes. Okay. Definitely put something on top if you add any food. Yeah, that's what I always say. Even if it's just like a plastic wrap, or that cling wrap works really good. I missed in what kind of resin are you using and where do I got it off of Amazon, and it's UV resin. So this one came with 2 bottles, the light, some little like stir sticky thingies. I got a couple of these, some gloves, a silicone mat, 2 little cups. It said you can add like glitter or something to it if you wanted to like mix it in the little cups. I think we're just going to resin this one and see what happens. Yeah, so this one's 60, 90, and 150 seconds. So I put it on. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I so needed to crack my neck, and it was bugging me. My back's killing me. So after the 150, I'll put it on the 60 just to make sure. But can I go back over it? Like I see, I think a little spot I want to touch up. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? $11.99. It's on Amazon. There you go. Yeah, it wasn't really expensive. And then you can order just the resin itself because you already have the light and everything else. So, and then it gets even cheaper because then you just order the resin. Yes, I can. Okay, thank you, Tanya. Hi, Jenny. How are you? I'm going to guess that goes off at 150 seconds. So what's 150 seconds? Yes, I can touch it up. So 6, 12, 2.5 minutes. It's like sitting through a 2-minute auction. Oh, well, let's put it on 60 more seconds just in case. First resin I did was UV resin with glitter. If I can do it, anybody can. Well, that's what I was thinking. Thank you, Sue. Sue just put in a link for it. I was thinking, okay, Miss Edie, like the small trays, like the little trays that I do, like I think that would be perfect. Like, so I did this one, and I wasn't a fan on how the resin came. I don't know. It just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong. I'll probably put it up for sale. But like for this size, I would think this would be perfect, right? And you don't have to mix it. You don't have to do all that stuff. And it's just a small little tray. So if you're doing like little trays, I think that would be perfect for it. I could be wrong, but that was my theory on getting those. I'm getting this. And I thought this was probably the easiest way. And like I said, I've seen other creators use it. I've seen Shannon use it. I see Kathy D use it all the time. She uses it on her coasters. And I said, well, I'll do some coasters. It shrinks. What? So how do I know if it's, do I touch it? I don't know what to do with it. There is one spot there that I would like to, but I mean, it's super shiny. Look at it. I think it's pretty. You can put mica powder in it and metal pigment. It's a little tacky. It's got like a little tack to it. Around the edges. I see that. I know. I see exactly what you're talking about, Tanya. So it did say, like, I think it depends on how much you put on there. Tap it with what fingernails, Sue? Tap it with your fingernail. I just got done saying I literally have no nails. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Pamela. It felt a little tacky, but I see where it does shrink from around the edges, yes. I kind of want to do the frog. I'm not going to lie. Let's do the frog. So I got the frog, the bunny, and the little ducky. The UV light has to cover everywhere. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm going to go this way then too. Maybe it's just not, we'll do like one side and then do another side. I'm just guessing. So, because they do show like the people that make jewelry with it. So, I guess if you're making a piece of jewelry, it's small enough to go under that UV light. So let's just kind of clean this up. Clean these up while we're waiting on that. And let's kind of move it over and we'll do another. So we have these 4 too. If it's still tacky, add some more time. You might have to move the light around. Yeah. I love her. She's so pretty, right? And look how pretty she is. And then we have her. So my question is, let's see what this looks like around it. We're just gonna kind of let this thing do its, I could see, because if you're looking at, you're doing like little pieces of jewelry, which is what the picture showed on this light. I know they sell different size lights, but I guess if I was just sitting here doing coasters, you know, what's 60 seconds here or there, no biggie. Hi, Bernice. Yeah. Let's see how we feel about this around these. Do we like this? I think it's pretty. My light is much smaller than yours the first time I went to the cheapest way I could. Gotcha. What do you think? I think it's pretty. I mean, it could just be me, but I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I thought it would be too bright, but I actually like it around these. Am I crazy? I think I'm just scared to touch it. Y'all know me with fine line and stuff. I'm scared to touch everything. It's dry. It's dry. I'll make sure I got no dust on my hands. Okay. It's pretty. There's like a little, I don't know if you can see it. There it is. There's a spot down there because you guys saw me do it. I tried to fix it after the light was already on it, so I'll fix that after. But you like the white around the edges? Okay. Well, here, let's fix it real quick and I'll turn the light on it. And then, I kind of thin it out on the edges so it doesn't look like, I guess I'll have to learn how to do this if I make a boo-boo. Oh, well that was pretty stinking simple. Thank you. So I'll put the light on that while we're doing these. Let's move that over. Okay. That I can do. I want to make sure this goes, this is the one I was wondering if I would like it on there or not. And I actually really do. Remember resin. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, that wasn't horrible at all. Believe it or not. I mean, we could. Should we resin before the trim? Why not? Let's go for it. Probably make it go quicker. Just make sure these edges are all even. Look at me, I'm asking why somebody's telling me resin before the trim. Well, that's because I said I should have did it before. One day I'll listen to myself. Oh, thanks, Bernice. Resin still, I like working with resin. Don't get me wrong. I love when I resin a tray and it looks so pretty. And I've learned now, use the bigger heat tool. That really helps. I was using that small one. So now I love using that resin, but I still get nervous because I always get nervous something's going to go into it. By the way, who saw that Dollar Tree is raising their prices to like $1.75 and $1.50 and so forth? I actually went to Dollar Tree today. So from now till the 24th, some of the items are still $1.25, but like your aluminum pans, hi baby girl, your aluminum pans, your aluminum foil, there's a few items, go look, they're going to $1.75 now, but until the 24th they're still $1.50. So if you like buy that stuff, I would go before the 24th, because they are raising some of their prices on their stuff, which, I mean, we all had to know was coming. You know, everything and everywhere else is expensive. Of course, you know, $1.25 wasn't going to last forever. So I would definitely get to Dollar Tree before the 24th if there's stuff that you see that, if the sign says, they have the signs up now on what's going to be raised, but they have it so that it says it's a sale of $1.25 till the 24th. So I did go today and get a few things. Just a heads up if y'all didn't hear about it. Ash, I'm using UV resin. Are you scared or are you excited for me? Baby girl is in here, by the way. I saw her say hi. What time do we have? Oh my God, it's after 8 o'clock. Here's me just like, hey, I'll hang out with you guys all night. So this definitely is quicker without the trim because I'm not worried about hitting that trim. So thank you for whoever reminded me. I appreciate it because this definitely goes a lot faster. We done got you hooked now. Yeah, I'm in trouble. You know, I'm thinking bottle-wise on using this because I'm not, well, I won't say it. I have an idea. I have an idea for a bottle. Oh, I have a couple ideas. That just opened up a whole new ball game. So Sue, you said you mix pigments with this and glitter? Because I actually have an idea. Ashley, what do you got at the house for UV resin? I know you said your light got, the dog ate her light. But what do you got? Like, you got little things to put in this stuff? I know you do. You got goodies. Black with silver crackle, lots of silver glitter, and stardust look, wax sealed looking top. I'm waiting. What? It is self-leveling, yes. Black with silver crackle, lots of silver glitter, and stardust look, wax sealed looking. What are you talking about, Ash? Is that what you're wanting me to make you? I'm so confused. Is that what you want your bottle to look like? Is that what you're telling me? Listen to my daughter, putting in orders. You are funny. Pigments, glitter, and inks. Why do I feel like there's lots of bubbles on this one? Or am I seeing things? Whatever they had for you, the Hobby Lobby. And I was talking about my Wolfie bottle with a decoupage moon look behind the... Oh my God, Sue, you've created a monster. Sue sent me wolf molds to make my daughter a wolf bottle. You know how my mind works. Like it's gotta pop all together in my head for me to make the bottle. I've done custom orders for people and they tell me what they want, but I tell them sometimes it'll take a little bit because like it's actually got to be a vision in my head. I can't just take what you want and boom, it's done, because if I can't see it in my head, I can't put it down onto the bottle. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's one of Justin's. I like that. Let's do the froggy next. We're gonna move this over yonder. I don't know, there's something about the way that one laid out. I don't know what happened, but whatever they had. Some fairy charms around the neck too. Are you still talking to your bottle? You're cracking me up. Sometimes with a craft, I see what I want, and yeah, like I have to, like I said, I've done custom, like if it's something I already did and you're like, I want one of those, if I can replicate it, then that's different. Typically, I don't always have the same pieces twice, so it's hard for me to replicate. However, if it's like custom and you're like, I want something to look like this with this and do it like that, and it's hard for me because if I can't envision it in my head a certain way, it's hard for me to do that. So I always say I will absolutely do something for somebody as long as it's not something they need, you know, in the next couple weeks, because sometimes it takes a minute for my head to find the right piece to work on to create whatever it is that you're envisioning, and then for me to envision it and then bring it out onto whatever it is that I want to make it out of. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know how to explain it. And I love creating pieces for people, but I want it to be like that. Well, that isn't something you just, you know, pull together just to pull together to get it out. I want it, especially, usually it's something meaningful. So I want that meaning to show on what I did. And I have to feel it in order for it to come out the right way. I don't know. Because I've done several sentimental pieces, and that has to be there. And sometimes I totally change what it is they want, and they love it that way. I mean, I'll always ask, but they're like, yes, that's perfect. Hi. Hey, Becky. Yeah, definitely quicker without the trim on it. So I'm trying to be really careful around the trim. Bubble. All right. I'm just waiting for that angel to dry. I mean, it's runny. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. So I don't know what happened to this one, but this one has like all kinds of like bubbles in it. I'm going to have to do a second coat over it. Where's that little tool? I'm almost scared now. And that's my favorite coaster. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I don't know if doing another coat will fix it. Look, I knew I got a little too confident. I'm just popping some bubbles on this one with that little tool. I'll show you what happened to this angel. Oh my goodness, why am I getting bubbles? Sue, send hope. I have to go over it because it's like it's got dimples everywhere. Can you see that? I don't know what happened. It's like it didn't stick on everywhere. I think if I put another coat, it'll be fine. I wonder if putting that heat on there did that. Or I didn't put a top coat on. I did not put a top coat on them. I can't, I'm conspiring with your kid. Oh my God. I did not put a top coat on here. Is that what I did, Sue? Because I do have a top coat on those. Do another round. I'm bummed because I love this one and it's dry. It almost feels like gritty. I have no idea, Denise. And I don't have a spray bottle in here. Made it too thin. It's possible. Because it's like I can feel the paper under some of it. Does it make sense? I can literally feel the paper under some of it. Do another coat. Okay. I'll do that. We'll fix it. But top coat the others. Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll do one more coat on this, and then I think we're going to call it quits because it's already way past my time. I think I need a top coat first. Yeah, I didn't even think about that when I did this. Didn't even think about it. I top coated the other ones, right? So maybe now that there is a coat on here, well, see, now this is laying down better. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Like I said, I've never used this, guys, so I don't know the exact rules of it. Like Ashley's played with it a lot because that's what she used to do. So maybe I did have it too thin. Who knows? But I mean, it looks a lot better now. We'll see if that works. No, it's a little tool that came with the resin. This is a silicone, whatever you want to call it, for resin. Definitely not a nail file. Now I can't see. I lost where I was. I'm starting to go blind staring at this stuff. And now I'm paranoid it's going to do the same thing. I don't feel like I need this much resin. I don't understand. only putting little bits on, so maybe it's just me being paranoid. That actually looks a lot better than it did before it went under the light the first time, so the other ones I'll have to top coat before I do the resin. I did that, Becky, and that's what I'm worried that maybe I wasn't supposed to. I really don't know. I mean, the UV is a different world for me, so I'm not sure. So I'm just popping those. I only see a couple bubbles this time around, so I'm just popping those. And then this one will be done in like 60 seconds, and then I'll pop this back under and show you guys if it worked or not. If it did, I'll do the other ones off camera. I guess it was pretty brave to want to do cutie patootie sets and not having practiced with this. But welcome to my world, I guess. Okay. So there's the frog. How cute is he? He's adorable. I like him. And it does, it kind of shrinks from the sides a little bit. He is so cute. I love him. Okay, so we have two that came out. So a fun thing to play with. I think I want to play with it a little bit more before I really put it into a tray or anything. I don't know how comfortable I am with that yet, but let's top coat these while this is drying. And then I'll do these two off camera. I can't wait to do this one. I love this one. You love it? Okay. So let's just get a top coat on here just in case that is what it was, right? I guess we'll find out. There's my top coat. Thank you. I guess we all kind of learn together. Love the frog. The frog is cute. I think the duck is my favorite. Thanks, Tanya. I still got some to learn, but I think we'll be all right. So I'm just going to put a varnish on the top. Like I said, just in case that's what it was. Because these are too cute to kind of go through that and take a chance on messing it up. It may have been that I put it on too thin. Who knows? But I'm not willing to risk it. I will actually have these. So Saturday, you guys know it is pinned at the top of my page. Thank you, Judy. I will be in an event with Crazy Crafting Crew. And instead of our normal event, she's doing like a small business event where we have an hour and we can do it. Everybody's going to do it a different style. So follow along in that event. I have it pinned at the top of my page so you can check out the group and follow along with the other creators. So people will be selling their projects, whether they do it auction style, whether they do it buy it now style. I think I'm going to do a little bit of both. So I will definitely have eggs in there. I have some eggs I've been working on the side. I'll have like a few auction pieces, and then I'll have some buy it now pieces. I'll have these in there. Just some fun different stuff. I don't know. I might put together a couple mystery boxes, like smaller ones. We'll see. So, and even if you can't purchase, I would love to just have you there for support. And that's 8 o'clock. It went good. I think we totally fixed that one. So, oh, thank you, Sue. Sue did put in the link for that group, so you can follow along all day. So I'll show it to you here. Let it sit under that light for a couple minutes. And so that one did get fixed. Hallelujah, because that was my favorite one. Y'all, 2.5 hours. I'm getting a little, for coasters, little redonkulous. Just for some coasters. I'm on at 8 o'clock, Miss Melissa. Look how stinking pretty she is. I love her. Epoxy and resin mixed. Pretty much, Laura. Told you what, sort of what not to do, right? They are adorable. I love these. They're so cute. They're what do I say? I've never used resin. I guess I'm confused. So resin is, I don't know. I guess I'm confused. So this trim is going to go around these. These are probably, I'm not going to lie, these papers are so pretty. Probably one of my favorite things for a while. Something so simple, right? But yet so stinking pretty. I think there's a couple spots I can touch up on a little bit, but given how it did look and how it looks now, see, I can see in the middle of her face, there's a divot, but that I can fill. We did that with the other one, but look how different it looks now. So there's a few little spots, but I think one thin coat is going to take care of those few spots. And she's so pretty. I like it. These are probably, who knew? I love these. They're so pretty. I'm going to stick that there. My lid is on my UV resin. And then I will play with these later, but so we still have to resin these. This one's probably my favorite of the group. I don't know why. This one I did in that box. So this one does have the resin. It's a little frog. And remember, you get these on the Crafty Brother. So go to craftybrother.com or just go to his Facebook page, Crafty Brother, and you'll find in his About Me, and you'll check out his prints. He's got so many of them, and you can download and print them yourself or have him send them to you. Yes, I did UV resin them. And then these you can find on TH Decor. It's the 4-pack Angels. Andy Skinner. Do I have it? Why would I have it out? It was Andy Skinner Angels 4-pack. These guys are so stinking pretty. They're beautiful. I love, love, love her. So pretty, right? All right, well, that was fun to try something new, I think. I don't know that, like, I could pump out a ton of coasters, but it's fun to do, like, if you don't, I don't know. I guess for me, it was like, I didn't know what I was going to do today. And I'm like, let's do the coasters. And I've been wanting to try the UV resin. It's nice and smooth too. I like that. So something a little different, I think. And like I said, I've been wanting to play with the UV resin because I'm really wondering what that's going to look like in like small trays. But it's really shiny, beautifully clear. I love it. Definitely something fun and new to play with, I think. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. Tomorrow's Thursday. I should be on tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow. You have a good night too, Miss Trish. And thank you guys for being here when you could have been anywhere else. It means the absolute world to me. And resin is 2-part. Yes, I do use resin. I have resin. And definitely a longer drying time, yes. One thing I learned is, even if it is, you think it's dry, don't ship it out. You don't want to do that since it wasn't clear coated first. Maybe it's so. That's what I'm wondering is, it's possible that that's very well possible that it wasn't coated, so it could have. I don't know. I mean, that is very possible because that was the only difference is I didn't coat it. So who knows? I guess you learned something, right? All right, guys, you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good one. Bye-bye.